All of these fans want a bitch, ayy. Logan and Mayweather rich, ayy. The reason why Floyd Mayweather continues to win fighting guys like Logan Paul is because you allow him to. And he's winning. People keep talking about it. Mayweather versus Paul, mission accomplished. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest. Listen, hit the subscribe button. Do yourself a favor. I dropped the illest content in the world of boxing. The sweet science, boxing, all things boxing, some UFC, Mayweather, Paul, Spence, Manny Pacquiao, Deontay Wilder, news, updates, everything you need. This is your one-stop shop. Boxingego. Now I wanted to make this video to follow up Mayweather, Logan Paul. Let's get it. This is a reporter and he covers, particularly from what I've seen, numbers, like the numbers, trending, viewership, and he's real tapped into that. So shout out to him. I'll link to his Twitter in the description. So Jed Goodman, he says updated Logan Paul. So basically Floyd Mayweather versus Paul was #1 on Google Trends Saturday with 10 million plus searches. You see what I'm saying? Now I already know the answer. What is the #1 search engine in the world? Boom. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we cook it with grease. You see? I already knew the answer to this, but for those who don't know, Google, with over 70% of the search market share, Google is undoubtedly the most popular search engine. So just behind this, I already know this offhand without even looking at this. #2 is YouTube, right? So I always tell you, digital mob. So Google owns the internet search base. Like when people have a question, what time does this restaurant close, or need directions, or they're looking at something, they're going to overstock.com, Amazon, and they have questions on something, a do-it-yourself project. I don't know why they're not counting YouTube, but it's YouTube, trust me. The top 5, because some people aren't considering YouTube a search engine, I guess, but YouTube is the #2 and it's owned by Google. So you guys can look that up. But anyway, the reason this is important is because Logan Paul fighting Mayweather in an exhibition generated 10 million plus searches. So a lot of people are angry. We've already went over this. Floyd Mayweather, he informed you what this was. They came out with the rule set and told you this was an exhibition. But for some strange reason, fans are acting like they expected, knockouts galore and 2 pro fighters. Before the match even started, if one was so inclined to do their research, you would know that Logan Paul, his only pro fight, he lost. So a Google search will show you that Logan Paul is 0-1 as a boxer. So just that alone lets me know that people have failed to do their research, or they're living in some kind of weird fake world. This is his record, 0-1. He's never been knocked out as a pro, but he only has 1 fight as a pro. We know he lost to KSI, right? And that's his real name. And they fought at 199. KSI, obviously a bigger guy than even Floyd Mayweather, right? Look, he's listed at 6-0. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather, they say, I think he's 5'8", but I think he may even be shorter than that. For whatever reason, and I knew this would be the case. So Floyd listed at 5'8", right? But anyway, the reason all this is important, because people set themselves up for failure. You knew what it was. You knew that Logan Paul was huge. You knew it looked like Rocky versus Thunder Lips, and for my Rocky fans, you'll know that Rocky Balboa fought Thunder Lips Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3, and it just looked crazy. That's how this fight looked. Yeah, brother. Look at I gotta fight Hulk Hogan. just like Apollo Creed. Just look. So people say, oh, it's a circus and stuff like that. It's an exhibition. It's meant for entertainment. But people want to see it. Oh, yeah, brother. What do you mean? I gotta choke out Hulk Hogan. Hey, I might have to change. Listen, this is last night. Like, my thing is this. Shut the fuck up. Like, if you wanted to see the fight, watch it and know what you're getting into. If you don't and you hated it, stay away from it. But the fake part about it is even the people that claimed that, look at my boy Hulk though. Bro, he planking. The people that claimed they didn't even want to watch this real life Rocky Balboa versus, you know, I got the eye of the tiger. What do you expect? Right? They acted like they didn't want to see this fight, right? But men lie, women lie, numbers don't. 10 million plus people. So, in short, the people who are complaining and day after talking about it, you're the reason. Now, I made this video almost yesterday when I was trying to order the fight because through Showtime's app, it was broken. The server was down. I was unable to complete my order. You know, shame on me. I waited till right before the fight was going to start and I tried to order it. The whole thing was down. It was pulling and producing an error, which usually indicates, unless they have technical difficulties on their end, from my experience, because the only other time this happened was for another Floyd Mayweather fight. And this was a highly anticipated Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao fight. So in my experience, the only time I've really had problems ordering a Showtime pay-per-view was when it was so congested and so many hits and so much traffic and this direct concentrated traffic on the internet. They didn't have enough bandwidth or their server couldn't. It was an overload. It was an overload on the server. And that's what I seen for the Mayweather Logan Paul numbers. So, I mean, for the Logan Paul fight. So we'll see when the numbers come back. But it looks from the eye test, Ego Stradamus, I'm predicting that this fight was successful, probably more successful than people thought. You know, people said, oh, it's an exhibition, it's a circus. And you had the people who complain and the people, it's funny that people complain and act like they didn't know what they were getting into for this Mayweather Paul event. But 10 million plus searches later, obviously Logan Paul has a brand like they told you. So Floyd is the master of selecting the right dance partner that has just that, you know, Rocky versus Thunder Lips type of appeal where people think somehow, some way, this person is the guy to beat him and he gets people to tune in. And that's what we've seen. You've seen Rocky versus Thunder Lips. So I wasn't mad. I made a lot of money last night. So how could I be mad? I enjoyed it. It was an entertaining event. Chad Ochocinco, congrats to him for, you know, just competing and testing his skill. The Logan Paul fight, you know, it just had different dynamics. It started raining in one of the fights. I think the best fight was Luis Cuba Arias. Badu Jack, no fault of his own. You know, he was unable to fight his original competition. Logan got paid, so he probably happy. Mayweather got stupid paid as well. And it was an event, you know. It's like people, it's like expecting the NBA finals and you're watching All-Star Weekend. Like these are two different events. You got to know what you're getting into. So All-Star Weekend, you see people that don't even watch boxing. There's 82 games in a boxing regular season. And there's people who do not watch NBA for most of those games, don't have a favorite team, but you see chicks and guys and stuff go where All-Star Weekend is. One year it was in LA, so you see a bunch of people. So Mayweather has the gift of gab. People keep tuning in, people keep searching, they keep thinking these are the guys. They see, look at Connor. I don't know what you're thinking. You know, they see here all these trash talking guys or Logan Pauls and guys bigger than him, guys with brand, and they keep tapping in. So you wonder why events like this are happening, because the money keep coming in. As I always say, look at 10 million plus searches. I would say the bragging rights, and I would say this is a win for Showtime. You know, whether the fans liked it or whatever, that goes on them, but it's a victory. So if it's a victory in business, they're going to give you more of it. Listen, I know people that do not like the Fast and the Furious franchise, but guess what? Or they liked it in the beginning and then it got too far-fetched for them. So they kind of tuned out and don't really like it. But guess what? Somebody likes it because they keep producing new ones. And then if I look up the Fast and the Furious trailer, I guarantee you has a ton of views. You know what I mean? The new one, Fast and the Furious. Rest in peace to Paul Walker. Right? I guarantee you that if I go to the actual trailer here, just to prove my point. Look, so we're talking business, people. Fast 9, F9. January 31st, they released the trailer. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And guess what? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So Fast 9, F9 got 52 million views. So it's the same way with Mayweather and Paul and fights like that. Everybody's talking about it. Google 60 million results, search results, top stories. Logan Paul goes the distance. So that's his, that's his saving grace, that he didn't get knocked out and people thought he might get knocked out or would get knocked out. ESPN, they're talking about it. Now ESPN has a fight with Shakur Stevenson coming up. Where's the promotion? I can click on this. If you don't believe me, I could click on it. Let's look at their boxing content. So all the people complaining, look, Shakur Stevenson's fighting some random African dude that I haven't heard any promotion. And it says ESPN boxing. Paul goes the distance with Mayweather. Chad Ochocinco knocked down. Gervonta or whoever. Oh, Keyshawn Davis. Hearn. Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Look what they're talking about. Look at what their article. Look, front page, ESPN. Top headlines. Floyd and Paul. Look, this is their content. So people, look, their whole, everything, you got to look at the landing page. That's what this is called. This is the boxing. You click on boxing. This is the landing page. You see a huge picture, photo gallery picture. It says retire, fading, blah, blah, blah. Still the biggest showman, right? Big picture, video. Then they got Logan Paul. Then they got Logan Paul. They got Floyd. Then they got Stephen A. Smith talking about Floyd. They got another Floyd with the Cash App in the back. And you wonder why it keeps happening. Bro, look, they got all Floyd classic highlights. So you doing a great job for all the old media who keep complaining about Floyd Mayweather and saying, why is he fighting these guys and stuff? Well, here's your answer. This is ESPN, supposed to be the biggest broadcaster in America. And they've dedicated their whole boxing section to giving coverage to this. People lie and say, oh, nobody wants to see this. 10 million plus searches later. So like I said, Fast and the Furious 9, 52 million. Just because you don't personally like Fast and the Furious anymore, 52 million other people are potential buyers showing interest. So it is what it is. And it's funny to see all of the racists and Floyd haters that are angry because Floyd found a formula that is obviously tried and true and tested, and it keeps working. Whether people keep saying, oh, I was disappointed, his fight was boring, and then he fights someone like, let's say, okay, Conor McGregor, he was at least a pro fighter, so he's fighting him, and you were good with that because it was a pro fighter, UFC. He tells you he's fighting a YouTuber. You know that YouTuber has an 0-1 record, and you still watch it. And you wonder why he keep winning and money's falling from the sky like in this video. And you wonder why Logan Paul and Jake Paul is eating as well. They're hustling the system. You know what I'm saying? They're gaming the system and doing what they want. So me, I'm a hustler. I'm from the Bay. I'm a Bay Area hustler. I applaud this. If people like it, don't like it, if people are willing to pay, then you do more of that. Listen, so if I make videos about Mayweather Paul, like I just did, and the video got 15,000 views, and I just dropped the video an hour ago, guess what? As a business, maybe that people are obviously interested in it. So the big thing is you should be worried about some of these other promoters who aren't even really talking about their own fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see it. I peep the game. I see what's going on. I see what people are doing. You got Triller, and they got this little Fight Club stuff, and you don't even have much. Hold on, where is it? I know I seen it. Maybe it's on this. They got a Triller has a I'll find it for you guys. Triller basically has a post where they're mocking Mayweather. They're mocking the Mayweather fight and saying like, oh, how is this happening? Hold on, maybe I'll find it. I'm trying to find it for y'all. Like, it looks sad, because if you don't like the fight, why are you even worried? Here it is. Look, Triller are down bad. Shout out to Javen Bay, and I retweeted this. Look, Triller, who had no affiliation, this was a Showtime boxing pay-per-view, and Fanmio and Mayweather Promotions and Logan Paul production, you know. And look, they're talking about it. Mayweather, Paul, Triller, and they're doing this weird, you know, Pride Month picture or whatever that is. And look, you wonder why these fights are happening at DAZN. Again, DAZN has nothing to do with Mayweather versus Paul, but look what they're posting. Look at what they're talking about. And you wonder, look, Ocho Cinco, who was on the Mayweather Paul card. Look at this, is all DAZN's post, right? That's Oscar. Okay, so one post not about him. Look, and it's a fight you don't see no real promotion for. Look, more Floyd Mayweather. Floyd hacked the system. Keep getting your bread. Look, they just keep talking about it. So if you want to blame somebody, blame yourself. Blame mainstream media. You know, Floyd and Logan go the full 8 round. Look, they advertising it like it's their joint. They got the Pokemon card and Logan Paul. They acting like, look, follow along with us live. Like, what? Bro, they doing live breakdowns. Ocho Cinco. DAZN had nothing to do with this fight. You see what I'm saying? So Floyd is a genius, a marketing genius. Logan Paul, he's on his way. You know, Jake Paul, they piss people off and get under people's skin. And now together, the culmination, per usual, the May Vinci code, they find a way to get this bag. And did Floyd get to wear all these chains and stuff like that? So it's just hilarious to me. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Over 10 million people were searching for this fight, so they obviously know what they're doing. Can't wait to see the numbers come back. Use my link in the description to get TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is an awesome browser extension to help you take your YouTube channel to the next level. Make some money on this platform with TubeBuddy. I promise. I've been using it for years. I continue to use it. Floyd's laughing to the bank. I'm laughing to the bank. You know, use TubeBuddy. I use it for my videos daily, and it can help you too. So in closing, Floyd Mayweather knows what he's doing. He keeps getting bread. This is why he has this nice car garage with all these black cars and jewelry and stuff like that, because he feasts off of your hatred, off of your racism, off of your ignorance to the sweet science, and he keeps winning. So as a black man in America, I applaud him for finding the cheat code to the system, because a lot of boxers end up dead, don't have their faculties, can't speak right, got to get a regular job, vegetables, you know, forgotten, legacy forgotten. Like Floyd said, legacy can't put food in my kid's mouth. We working.